Hey everybody, Chris here again. Welcome back to the channel. Always good to have you with us. So today, I've got a real treat for you. A few weeks back, a YouTuber by the name of VWestlife discovered a website called Alltronics in California. And Alltronics sells electrical components, but they had a section on their website where they were selling old computer cards. So I didn't want to miss out on the fun. I placed an order myself. And today we're going to open it. However, there's a bit of a plot twist in this. I actually don't know what's inside of this box. One of the options on their website was dealer's choice for ISA cards. So I'm going to be as surprised as you. So let's see what we've got. All right, so we've got something in box here. This is going to be mystery card number 1 here. Mystery card number 2. Mystery card 3. And mystery card 4. And also in the box are some non-mysteries. I ordered some 3.5-inch floppy drive mounting kits. And they had 3 of them listed on their website, so I ordered 3. I figure you can never have too many floppy drive mounting kits, so here they are. Perfect. And that's it. So let's have a look at some of these items. Let's open up one of these floppy drive mounting kits and have a look. As we open the kit here, we can see 2 rails. And these rails would mount to the side of the 3.5-inch drive to make it a 5.25-inch, if you will. Then we've got a face plate to adopt a 3.5-inch drive to a 5.25-inch. We also have a power cable converter to go from a larger Molex to the smaller connector here that's used by 3.5-inch drives. Also have an adapter. This is really a complete kit. This has pretty much everything you'd ever need. But here's your adapter here as well if you want to go to your existing 5.25-inch connection from a 3.5-inch connection. Lots of screws for the drive and for the rails. And that's it. Okay, moving along. So that was actually an item that I knew I was getting, so that wasn't a mystery. The other item that shouldn't be a mystery is what's in this box, though based upon the size of it, I'm a little bit concerned. What I ordered was a Visa Local Bus I/O and IDE controller card, and what I got was a PCI card. I guess we're gonna have to talk to folks about that. But here you can see this card here. It looks like it's a PCI card, has a very short cable here. Also came with this sort of an adapter. I have no idea what this is. We're certainly going to have to Google it and see if we can find out what it is. And we have this connector here as well for connecting a game port and a serial port. And this has a serial port and a parallel port on it. I don't really have much use for this card. All of my PCI systems have I/O already, but I guess it is what it is. And you can see there's a ton of jumpers there as well that are all set here. So there's that. And it has a manual with it. And as I review the manual here, it says you must install the paddle card with S1366 mainboard to enable all IDE and I/O functions. Oh, interesting. So this is both a PCI card, but also has to connect to an ISA bus. I have never heard of anything like that before. I think we're definitely going to have to test this out. Although this is not what I ordered, maybe I'll just keep it anyway. Future Chris here. So I actually talked to Alltronics. They sadly don't have any more Visa Local Bus cards in stock, but they did refund my money for this card, and I guess I get to keep it. All right, time to look at our 4 ISA mystery cards. Let's look at the first one. Okay, so, interesting. I'm pretty sure this is not an ISA card. This is a PCI card. And furthermore, as I look at this, there is no way that I am putting this into my system. Look at this over here. This has been like crushed and jumpered. I would be terrified to put this into one of my systems. It would probably cook it. But I'm not really sure what this card is. We're going to have to research it a bit and find out. So we'll do some Googling to see what we can find. Future Chris here. So I went and Googled what this card is. It's an MPEG encoder. And furthermore, take it for what it's worth, because vintage pricing is what it is. When I Googled this and it popped up on eBay, there's somebody selling this card for $193. Wow. Maybe I will plug it in and see if it works, despite having the jump ring. But I don't really have much use for it, but that's actually kind of cool. All right, let's open up the next card. Oh, well, that looks familiar. It's another PrimeView NS320 card. Huh, I wonder what these things really are. I guess it is what it is. All right, let's have a look at the next card. Are you kidding me? It's another one of these PrimeView NS320 cards. All right, let's have a look at the fourth card. Oh my goodness. So this is completely useless to me, but this is a Creative Labs interface card for a it's an IDE card. Okay, so this has the solder headers or solder places for a Panasonic drive as well as an IDE drive. So essentially, this is really a IDE controller, if you want to think of it that way. That's kind of a cool random card to have. A CT1870. With a code like that, it doesn't need any introduction. Copyright Creative Technologies, 1995. Okay, so I figured we could test out some of these cards. As you recall, we do have this card here, which I'm not too excited to test. With its repair, it's probably fine, but I don't want to risk it. But we can certainly test out this card here and see what happens. To do its testing, I've brought out my Pentium 233 MMX by Silicon Microsystems, which I just so happened to find laying on the ground at Computer Reset. And I thought, I've got to rescue this. I had a computer with this case as a kid, so I rescued it, and here it is now with me. So I'm going to go ahead and put this card in, and we'll power it up. We'll boot up to Windows 98 and see if we have anything detected. A PCI multimedia device has been found. However, we don't have any drivers for it. So we're going to have to see if we can find drivers for this. So I did some research, and these cards are FutureTel PrimeView NS320 cards. And I had a hard time finding drivers, but I went to the Wayback Machine and went to futuretel.com and downloaded PrimeView software. We're now going to install that and see what happens. So I'm just going to click cancel here, and I'm going to navigate to my Raspberry Pi, and we'll go over here to the data directory and the retro, and I should have the PrimeView software here. Here it is. We'll go ahead and install that. So C drive Windows Temp PrimeView or PrimeWare. Here it goes. Oh, this is for Windows NT. So as you can see here, I've swapped out the Pentium 233 for a Pentium 3 system. This is a gateway system. And the reason I did that is because this system is running Windows 2000, and it appears that we need a NT-based operating system to do what we want to do. So here we are. New hardware has been found. Let's click Next. And we'll let Windows 2000 search for a driver. And it looks like it didn't find anything, so we'll just say skip installation. And now let's go see if we can install that PrimeView software. This looks a little better. So we'll run through the setup here. It's been successful. If you have only PrimeView NS encoder installed, click the Finish button. If you have a PrimeView Solo, click the Next button. And we have a PrimeView NS, so we'll say Finish. There's a README file. Tells you that it supports the NS320 and NS325, which is what we have. So great. So from there, we'll go ahead and start PrimeWare and see what happens. Actually, it's saying we should restart first. Let's go ahead and do that. Here we are, booted up again. Looks like some more installation is occurring. And new hardware wizard again. We'll let it search for a driver. Still nothing. That's fine. Let's go ahead and let this thing continue on, so we'll say OK. Well, after a lot of finagling and locking up and starting this up, and this application was just stopping, I figured out what I needed to do, and I actually took the card and moved it into another PCI slot. And when I did that, lo and behold, the application works. So probably going to be a focus of another video, but we can hit this start button, and we see that we get some sort of recording here. And we can see that this is also recognizing the card as an NS320. So that's really, really good news. Let's test the other cards. So here we go with card 2. Looks like it's detected. And it looks like it will also record. Excellent. Here we go with card 3. And with card 3, it looks like we've got a full system lockup. So this card may have issues. We'll try it one more time. And on the second try, it looks like we've had some luck. So maybe the card wasn't seated right, or maybe there's some sort of other problem. But that card is detected, and it does appear to be recording. All right, well, that's what I have for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Definitely very interesting looking at these MPEG cards that we have. Definitely going to be a subject of a future video. Also, subject of a future video, we'll plan to look at that controller card complete with its lovely paddle card. Very peculiar. And maybe we'll even look at the creative IDE card, though this isn't particularly interesting. It's just a run-of-the-mill IDE card, but who knows? Maybe we'll look at that as well. Hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely subscribe to the channel. There's more content to come. If you liked the video today, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. And that helps us decide what we do in the future. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.